Hello everyone, it is Katie here from the Queen of Teen Fiction, and I have successfully survived week 3 of NaNoWriMo. So the third week is over and done with. I have passed 35,000 words and now there is just a week left, so I am slowly crawling my way to the finish line. Usually the third week is the hardest week for me because it always seems to be the week where I fall behind the most. So I was anticipating it to be quite difficult, but it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Probably because I've been having problems in the previous weeks, so this week didn't seem as traumatic. It was actually a pretty steady and quiet writing week. I didn't have any major problems, which is really great. I got into the flow of the story a lot more, probably because things are starting to pick up now as it gets closer to the end. There's more trouble going on for my characters, so there's a lot more to write about. So I've been happy with this week. There was a day midweek where I was falling behind on the word count, so I just sat down one evening and decided to not get distracted and just focus on my writing. And I actually got about 4,000 words done that night, so I was really pleased. I'd gone from being thousands of words behind the word count to actually being 1,000 words ahead. But then the next day was the day that I went to the midnight showing of Mockingjay Part 2 and I lost a lot of sleep, so I ended up falling behind again. But not dramatically, so I was easily able to get myself back on track. And for the past few days I've just been hitting the daily word count and staying average. What I've been really happy with this week is that I've actually managed to work out a few problems that I've had with the book. Because this is a rewrite of a story I'd already written, the first time I wrote the story, I had a character that was a villain in it but wasn't the actual main villain of the story, and that character revealed themselves as a villain at the end. But because I've completely changed the plot of the story now, I couldn't have that character being the same as they were in the first draft of the story. And because that character had a specific occupation that led them to be the villain, I had to suddenly change that for this draft of it. And I couldn't figure out at all how to fit that character into the story this time around. But I worked it out this week, so I was really happy. Well, actually I didn't work it out, my sister kind of suggested it for me. So yeah, I should give her credit for that. But I'm really glad that I've sorted that problem out now because I've been worrying about that throughout the whole writing process. What I have also found this week is that I am not in control of my characters. My characters are very much in control of me. A lot of them have changed this week. Whilst I've been writing, I found their personalities tweaking in ways I hadn't expected them to. And some of them have also done things that I didn't plan for them to do. But it's making them more interesting characters, so I am grateful that it's going that way. But the biggest instance of this is one of my characters actually changed sexuality this week, which I did not plan for. I kind of just realised it as I was writing a scene and decided to roll with it. But there also have been quite a few scenes that have really dragged this week, and there was a time when I was sitting there just absolutely hating a scene and I was actually forcing myself to type every single word because it just seemed to be dragging on with nothing interesting happening. So I did what anyone would do. Naturally, I added a dog into the mix. One of my characters got a pet this week. They weren't supposed to get a pet, but the pet arrived. So now I have a super adorable golden retriever in my story, and it's great because sometimes when a scene is just lacking a little extra something and you need something to push it along, out comes the golden retriever. So that was also unexpected, but highly welcome. So yeah, that has been pretty much it for this week. Some problems were sorted out, some characters were changed, but it's all for the better. So like I said, there is only 1 week left to go. I am excited to reach that finish line, which fingers crossed I will do. And I'll give you all an update when I hopefully have hit 50,000 words. If you are doing Nano this month, then feel free to let me know how your story is going in the comments. Have any of your characters changed unexpectedly while you've been writing? Do let me know all your woes. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!